Hey y'all, we know that you've been stuck inside for a month. Obviously we have too. All of us are having to become really resourceful and creative with the things that we have. So I'm gonna show you 4 recipes using one glorious item, a ripe banana. All right, we wanna take each individual slice and just lightly dip it. Doesn't have to be a heavy coating, nice and light. And then we're gonna take this over to the frying pan. So you're gonna bring over your dipped cinnamon sugar bananas. Then I've already preheated the pan, so you want it at like a medium heat. When it feels nice and warm, we're gonna add in some coconut oil. So we're gonna start placing these in the pan now that it's nice and hot, it's all greased up. I'm gonna just put a fork here on the side of the pan. It's easier to flip when we're ready. Ooh, hear them simmer. These are so delicious and sweet. Awesome. We're gonna set our timer, 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna do some quarantine online shopping. I want the, what are they called? Nike Zoom Fly X. Everyone says it's like running on clouds. I also want to improve on my mileage this year too. So I want shoes that can, you know, keep up with more mileage on a consistent basis. You see those sweet little bubbles down there? I like that they're so versatile. You can throw them in anything and everything. Kind of like eggs. You can do so many different things with them. I like lots of berries, all different kinds of berries. I think my favorite is probably between strawberry and blood orange. Oh, and the time is up. It smells like creme brulee up in here. And one single serving. Voila. All right, so I'm gonna plug my blender in. You always want to put the liquid in first. So I'm putting my almond milk in there. Then I'm going to put in my frozen bananas. Then we've got our cinnamon and peanut butter. Delicious. Now I'm just putting 1 tablespoon because this is for a single serving, but feel free to add more, or if you guys want to add cacao powder or you want to add other ingredients, feel free. I'm going to do our little bit of vanilla, and then we're just going to pulse the blender lightly. We want to keep that texture nice and thick. We don't want it to get too liquidy. It's not going to be the right consistency. Let's check our consistency. So look pretty good. Looks pretty nice. So I just have a small little bowl here. Put that right in there. And then this baby just goes right back into the freezer. Put it in the freezer. Give it about 2 to 3 hours. Ready to go. So you're gonna take your banana. I like to just kind of break it up into pieces. Then you're gonna take your fork and you're just gonna mash these guys up. I'd rather do it first before I add the eggs in there, or else you have like big chunks of banana in your pancakes. Okay, so once you got it nice and mashed, I'm gonna add my salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna break up these little rounds of green onions. Also, if you guys have any kind of like chutney, or you have like a chili crunch or some kind of hot sauce you want to put on top of these, oh, amazing. Also really great with cheese in there as well. Then we're going to break our 2 eggs. Woo, well done in there. Woo. Then we're going to whisk these babies. Ready. Savory pancake time. Okay guys, I'm notorious for not letting the pan heat up enough, and Jamie gives me a hard time all the time. I am gonna heat this pot up piping hot not pot, pan. I personally like olive oil just because we're making something savory. The coconut oil, I just don't really like the aftertaste so much of it. So when that guy is piping hot, we're just gonna add our mixture in here, and we wanna make little baby pancakes. Ooh, I hear the sizzle. And then you wanna wait about 3 to 5 minutes, or until you see that it's kind of like crispy and browning around the edge and it's not sticking. Then we're gonna flip it over for another 3 to 5. So this should make about 3 pancakes, which I personally think is a single serving. Oh, savory pancakes. You want it to brown around the edges, but just like any other regular pancake, you wanna be able to see some of those bubbles forming on the inside of the pancake before you flip it over. I think at this point, my favorite is the bench press. Me feel really strong. It's one I feel like a lot of women don't focus on and emphasize. It's also gotten me some solid push-ups, which I feel very proud of. Get the edges a little bit so it doesn't stick. Get it in one swoop here. I just think men and women should all exercise and all do the same types of exercises. I really miss barbell exercises, and I really miss seeing people face to face, getting to like hug people and encourage people in person. And it's motivational for us too when we're around other people to work harder. So yeah, looks like the other side's ready. So I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna plop it right there. Look at that beauty. The only thing different that we do about the slicing on these bananas is we want them to be a lot thinner because we want them to get nice and crispy when we're baking them in the oven. So here's our little olive oil cayenne mixture. And then you're gonna put parchment paper. I actually have this really nice silicone lining. These things are amazing. If you guys want to invest in one, these are great for baking like granola or making tortilla chips, etc. So I'm gonna dip this. I just want to lightly dip it so it gets a little bit of the cayenne on each side. This is just one banana. Isn't that crazy? One banana fills this whole sheet. This is your single serving. You could definitely eat those all by yourself. We're taking these beauties, putting them in our preheated oven. So it's gonna go 90 minutes on one side. You're gonna come back, flip them over, another 90 minutes, or until they're crispy. So maybe a little bit longer, a little bit less. I hope you guys all like those recipes. We'd love to hear from you. So if you have any creative recipes, post below. Also, remember to like and subscribe.